What's up, guys? This is Javelin at English Tutor Hub, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna learn parts of speech all about adjectives, English grammar. So, what are adjectives? Adjectives describe nouns. Therefore, it gives us more information about a noun. For example, in this photograph, Dan and Mary are carrying a sofa. So, sofa is the noun, and if you want to give more information about the sofa, then we can say Dan and Mary are carrying a big sofa. So, big is the adjective. It describes a sofa. Alright? The adjective big is describing the noun sofa. It gives us more information about it. The form of adjective is the same for singular nouns and plural nouns. This is very important. For example, Mary is holding a green cup. So here the noun is singular, cup, and the adjective is green. Mary is holding a green cup. Now, let's look at the noun in the plural. There are green cups on the table. So, you can see now, of course, the noun is in the plural, cups, but the adjective is the same. This is the same form as here. So, is the same adjective for when the noun is singular or plural. Next here, there are green cups on the table. So this sentence is wrong. There are green cups on the table. This isn't exist in the English language. Okay? This is very wrong. When you say greens, no. This is important, guys, because there are many foreign languages, particularly European languages like French, for example, and there is a singular form of an adjective and also a plural form of the adjective, because the adjective agrees with the noun. But this isn't true in English. Alright? So it's very important. Same form for singular and plural nouns. Okay? Now, let's look at the position in a sentence of adjectives. There are two main positions, okay? So the first important position is before a noun. And is before a noun, and we call this as the attributive position. For example, there is a small cat in the garden. So, cat is the noun and the adjective is small. And the adjective is before the noun cat. So this is the first position, which we call attributive position. Okay? So the adjective is before the noun cat, small cat. There is a small cat in the garden. Okay? Small is before the noun cat. Next, another example here. I have some new jeans. So the adjective now here is new, and as you can see, it is before the noun jeans. And the second main position of adjectives is after the linked verbs, and we call this position as the predicative position. So what are linked verbs? What are linked verbs, guys? Well, here are the most common linked verbs. These are the most common linked verbs, and these are appear, be, become, feel, get, look, seem, smell, taste. And let's look at some examples. Example here. The bus is old. So this is the linked verb. The bus is old. This is the linked verb is. This is the verb. Is a verb be. And this is the noun bus. And this is the adjective old. And as you see, the adjective is after the linked verb is. The be verb is. It is after the linked verb is. So that is the second position of adjectives in a sentence, after the linked verbs, and which we call it a predicative position. Okay? And it is also obvious it is after the noun as well. Okay? And as you can see, the adjective is after the linked verb, and it is obviously it is after the noun as well. The important thing to remember is that the adjective is after the linked verb. Okay? Next, another example here. Anne is feeling cold. So the adjective cold is after the linked verb feel. Okay? Number 2 example. The rose smells nice. So the adjective nice is after the linked verb smells. And what is important here is the adjective functions as a subject complement. So this means that the adjective is describing a subject of the sentence. It's giving us a small information about the subject. Now, most adjectives are used in both positions. So, most adjectives, they can be either before the noun or after the linked verb. So, for example here, the adjective is, new. New jeans. It is before the noun jeans. But we could also say my We could also say my jeans are new, and that would be after the link verb. That would be a predicative position. And so most adjectives can be used in both positions, but there are some exceptions. So there are two exceptions, two groups of exceptions. First group, certain adjectives are used only in the attribute position. So certain adjectives can only be used before a noun. And also there are certain adjectives which are used only in the predicative position. So only used after link verbs, and we will now look at those exceptions. So certain adjectives are used only before the noun in the attributive position. And I have given you the four most common examples. Alright? And there are many examples, and these are the common ones. There are many examples, guys, but these are the common ones. Elder, eldest, live, main. For example, my elder brother is a teacher. There is a live fish in the aquarium. So this is correct. There's a live fish in the aquarium. I crossed the main road. Alright? So, in all of these cases, the adjective can only be used before the adjective can only be used before the nouns. These adjectives here, guys, are not used after a link verb, predicative position. So, my brother is elder is wrong. We cannot use the adjective, we cannot use the adjective elder in this way. My brother is elder. The fish seems live. This is also wrong. That is wrong. And the road is main. It's a big no. We cannot use the adjective main like this. We cannot use the adjective main like that. We cannot use it after a link verb. Alright? So again, and these adjectives are not used after a link verb, which is a predicative position. Yes? Okay. And the other exceptions, certain adjectives are used only after a link verb in a predicative position, and there are lots of examples of this, and here are the most common examples: afraid, alone, ashamed, asleep, awake. Examples: he seems afraid. This is correct. She is alone for Christmas. This is correct. He feels ashamed. This is correct. The baby is asleep. This is also correct. She is awake. And this is correct. So, in all of these examples, as you can see here, in all of these examples, the adjective is after the linked verb. Seems, is, feels, is. Okay? The adjective is after the linked verb. And all these adjectives are not used before the noun. They are not used in other position. So we do not say guys, the afraid man is wrong. The alone woman is wrong. The ashamed man, it is wrong. The asleep baby, it is wrong. And the awake girl, it's wrong. So for example here, we can say the afraid man. We can say the afraid man. But if you really wanna use an adjective before a noun with this meaning, then we have to use a different adjective. Example, here we could say, for example guys, here we could say the scared man, and that's okay. To use the scared man, or to use the adjective scared before the noun, another example is here, the asleep baby. This is wrong. But we can say the sleeping baby. Alright? So, sleeping is fine to use before a noun. Let's move on to position of adjectives number 2. We can also have an adjective after an expression of the verb find, make, find, after find, make, keep, and followed by an object. Example, he found the movie interesting. So here we have the verb found in the past simple. Movie is the object of the sentence, and this is the adjective interesting. So the adjective here is in fact describing the movie describing the movie, which is the object of the sentence. It is not the subject this time. It is the object. Another example, alcohol makes him tired. Yes, makes him tired. So the adjective tired is describing the noun or pronoun him. It is the object. Makes him tired. Alright? Next. Coffee keeps me awake. So the adjective awake is describing the pronoun me. Again, this is the object of the sentence, me. So these three verbs guys, find, make, keep, followed by an object, and the adjective is after. So, a reminder, these examples, reminder guys, these examples, as a reminder, these examples, the adjective functions as an object complement. Again, the adjective functions as an object complement. An object complement. It is the adjective is describing the object of the sentence and not the subject. Right? And a special case, adjectives always go after these words. Anything, everything, nothing, something, anywhere, everywhere, nowhere, somewhere, anybody, everybody, nobody, somebody. So when you see these words, before them indefinite pronouns, so adjective always go after these words. There are 3 examples. Did you do anything exciting yesterday? So guys, here, anything. So the adjective is after the word. The adjective is after the word anything. Anything exciting yesterday. I wanna go somewhere quiet. So, somewhere quiet. So, the adjective is after the word somewhere. So, we do not say, I wanna go quiet somewhere. No, that is wrong. That's the wrong order. Number 3 example. There wasn't anybody famous at the party. So adjective famous goes after the word anybody. And finally, this is quite an advanced subject. There are certain adjectives where we can use them without a noun in specific situations. The form is the adjective, the form is the plus adjective. We use the expression the plus adjective to describe certain groups of people. Example, the unemployed. So the adjective unemployed means without a job, and the expression is, and the meaning is general. We are generalizing. Okay, so the meaning is general, so we are generalizing, and the expression is always plural. We are referring to all members of the groups. Okay, we are referring to all members of the groups. So an example is, the unemployed think that the government is ignoring them. Again, the unemployed think that the government is ignoring them. we are making a generalization about all unemployed people. All right, and other examples of this we can say are we can say the blind, the dead, the deaf, the disabled, the old, the poor, the rich, the unemployed. So final example of this is John often gives money to the poor. This means that he often gives money to poor people. So these are adjectives without a noun. All right, adjectives without nouns or without a noun. Okay, so that's the end of this lesson. I hope you enjoyed it, and there are some other lessons which you might be interested in. All right, so you can check 8 phrasal verbs and expressions with back, how to tell a time in English, transportation preposition in English. We have here prepositions of time, basic sentence structure, and object pronouns. So my name is Javelin at English Tutor Hub. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you very soon.